So, right, it's another Tech Tuesday, and today I want to show you guys some lights because they're pretty cool. I have right here, I have a couple of them. This is Zhiyun's M20C portable light, together with the one that I'm using as the key light, which is the Zhiyun G200. It's Jimmy Cheng here from Red 35. Yes, today's 2 minutes review is all about lights, and I have a couple of them to show you guys, so it may take 4 minutes. But anyway, let's talk a little one here first. This is the MC20 by Zhiyun. To be honest, I like smaller lights sometimes because if you want some lights that you don't want to carry a flash, for instance, this will be a very useful kind of like a supplementary light, fill light, so to speak, for you to lit your subject. Because of the size, I could always carry a couple in my bag, and one for the key, one for the bag, you know, just to give you some bounce and some nice kind of rim lights if you really want to create a certain effect with this. And because it's a RGB light, it means that you can create all sorts of colors if you really want to, together with some other effects like some you know, external LED lights you can find on the market right now. You can the you know, flashy thunder, you know, kind of like special effects that you can create with this light, but I rarely use those features unless I'm filming specifically for something, but then again, I mean, I have other lights to do that sort of thing, and but anyway, it's good to have with this particular unit. What separates this from other LED lights that I've been using, namely the Joby nipple lights that I really love using, is that, well, first of all, it's way more powerful. This guy is 20 watt and the Joby is only 5 watts. So you have to be quite close to it, or you cannot use it in bright daylight, for instance, because it's just not powerful enough. And this guy actually does fill light jobs quite, you know, quite amazingly good. Build quality is amazing, just like any Zhiyun product. The barn doors is just really solid. It's metal, and it has a magnetic system. So like the snoot is very good. It's all magnetic, and it also has this as well, which is actually quite good. It's quite, yeah, the magnet's quite strong, by the way. This nice diffuser. You know, you can use this if you like really want to maximize the power output. Just use this without the diffuser, which will give you another stop of light out, and which is actually quite handy if you're struggling in bright daylight. But in a normal situation, if you want something slightly softer, a diffuser is easy to use. And obviously, you know, like, you know how snoot works. You know, snoot is just directional, and it gives you a really like straight pointing lights if you really want to, and coupled with the barn door, you can further enhance this or control the angle of the light where you want to go and shoot and things like that. So this is very, very awesome. And it has a lot of cold shoe mounts, you know, left, right, and center, really left, right, and center. And so you can mount other stuff on it. So you can mount another unit of this, for instance. Let me just take out the barn door to show you exactly what I mean. I have two here, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So you can actually mount another one on top of it, which is actually pretty cool. Look, I can actually double up. If you think it's not strong enough, you can have two of them together side by side, and yeah, you can mount basically as many as you want to make it really, really powerful. And really, one thing I keep mentioning is that the size is great. Now, I can have a couple of these lying around in my bag, and so if I need some fill lights for both videos or photos, this is really perfect. And one thing that I want to talk to you guys about is that these guys are Bluetooth enabled, which means that you can control them via an app. You can even group them in separate groups, so control them independently as a group, or different zones. If you have like multiple of these, you know, you have like 20 of these guys here, and you can actually set them up in different places and control them via the app. But like most Bluetooth things, you know, obviously there's a distance limit there, around about 5 to 10 meters, so to make sure that they not go outside the range. So this is the MC20. So second thing I want to show you guys about is this guy here. This is the Zhiyun G200. This is a studio light made for indoor use. So don't take it outside when it's raining and things like that. You're going to kill it. And but anyway, this guy is heavy. It may deceive you with the size, because it is quite a tiny size, but it's a very powerful size. I really like two things about this thing. Okay. First of all, it's the actual fan itself. It's got a really gigantic fan at the back here, which keeps it cool. And LED lights can be very, very hot if you run it in full intensity. But having said that, because it's so powerful, earlier I was only using 15% of the light intensity, even with a softbox in front of it. So I could barely hear the fan kicks in because it was running such a low power intensity. So if you're in a brighter set, for instance, if you want to have more power, even with the fan on full blast, it's not going to be as audible or loud as some of the lights that I've been testing. And I had the GVM Powerlight 300 in my studio using for all my streaming, and that guy is quite loud. And to be honest, I could hear the fan as soon as I turn it on. And also, this is active cooling. And what it means that it won't turn on unless it needs to. So the other GVM light that I've been using, the fan, it just goes on all the time. As soon as you switch it on, that's it, you hear the fan. So there are two things about that though, is that you consume more power because the fan is always on. And secondly, obviously it destroys the ambience that you're recording, although you can, fine tune your sound to kind of ignore that sort of frequencies there. But having said that, having a quieter unit is always a bonus in a filming set. And also the build quality of this guy is premium. I don't think I've seen, kind of similar price product with this sort of build quality. This is definitely on the high end if I have to consider it, and all the turn knuckles and screws are very, very high quality. It just, nice. And another thing I like about the G200 is that you can only see the small form factor, which is quite deceiving because the main control unit is separated from the light. So it has a little box here, which is you can have to connect separately with a control wire kind of plugged directly at the bottom of this unit here. It also have an other separate fan on the control unit as well, although that I don't see why it would need it because, it doesn't really need that. But having said that, it's good to keep things cool to make it more reliable, right? So all the controls are here. There are two knobs here, similar to the M20C units that you have two knobs there, which do all the controlling, intensity, changing colors, menu, whatnot, all the options here, which is fantastic. It has the main power on-off switch at the top, which is good to kill it if you want to. So everything you just hear is very, very small. And I would think, if you combine this together, it's no smaller than some of the combined light units out there. I mean, like the Nanite, for instance, they have some small units as well. But the thing is, it looks bigger than the G200 simply because the control unit is actually at the back of the light. So in overall dimensions, if you just stuck this at the back, it's probably about the same size. So good or bad is entirely up to you, but I do think it's good to actually have it separated for one single reason. If you have this separated, the light can be quite heavy. So unless you have a very sturdy light stand, and you're going to be run into balancing problem depending on how high or how whatever you want to mount it. Having a separate unit means that you're separating the weight itself and also lower the central of gravity on the light stand. So you can hang this at the bottom, kind of creating more weight at the bottom here. So you can hang just the light unit wherever you want without worrying about toppling it. Of course, depending on how long the arm is, you may still want to have a sandbag on the at the bottom of the light stand to make it stable and sturdy. But having said that, having it separated has that particular benefit there. So this is the Zhiyun G200 and also M20C portable light units. Together, I think they are very, very good. And like I mentioned earlier in this video, I'm going to take these units here for a couple of my photo shoots next couple of weeks. So I'm going to be doing more photos and follow-up actually later on. If you want to see more samples, remember to stay tuned on all my social medias because, I'll be showcasing some of those sample shots and things like that from using these light units here. So until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon. And remember to subscribe and also stay tuned for my next Tech Tuesday and 2 minutes reviews. I know that I already overrun it, but never mind. Hopefully one day I'll have one review that will stick with the 2 minutes limit. But yeah, I have two things here, man. So I have an excuse again. This is Zhiyun's brand new M20C portable LED lights, and it reacts to sounds, and that means you can sing to it. Oh, my love, I can say that you love me, and you see the light of your face. Oh, oh. This is dope. This is dope. Crazy.